I never knew what I wanted to study. There was always this feeling that everyone had their path figured out since they were kids, and I didn't. I've never liked science because I'm not that much of a nerd. Engineering bored me, law scared me, and architecture turned out to be my worst mistake. I was just a few months away from finishing high school and I still had no clue what I wanted to study. On top of that, I had to move to another city, so I had to find a new school and pick a degree. I had no idea what to choose and I had friends who knew exactly what they wanted. Yeah, for me food engineering with a concentration in proteins and rice, please. And I was just lost. I know we live in a world where we have to make money to survive, and that our lives and maybe our future families' lives depend on that. But hear me out. Why can't we study something weird? I would have loved to study something related to cooking or photography or filmmaking. But no, people didn't want me to end up living under a bridge. But no, seriously, why does it always have to be that kind of thinking? Why can't we believe that things could be different? That we could make it work out? If some of the people we admire hadn't dared to dream big, no one would know them today. But anyway, after many thoughts and many conversations with my parents, they told me they wanted me to study architecture. And I didn't think it was such a bad idea, so I agreed and applied to the architecture school. I got accepted. On the first day of class, they were already asking us to bring materials to work with. Since I was in a totally different city, I didn't know where to buy anything, especially since I never bought those kinds of supplies before. Eventually we found a shop and I was ready for day one. That day, I arrived late, but not too late. Class started around 9 AM and some people showed up an hour later, so it wasn't that bad. There were about 100 of us in one classroom, sitting and listening to the professors talk about their lives. And once you see them, you kind of know what kind of people they are. I think architecture still has a very destructive teaching style instead of a constructive one. Most of the teachers I had were like that. They separated us into groups. I ended up working with two classmates who, like I said in my last video, were not a good match for me. But I didn't know that at the moment. I just remembered that one of them didn't bring any materials and wanted to use mine. I've gone across the city to buy these materials and now you want to use mine? First of all, don't touch me. And second of all, buy your materials. And that's how one of the worst semesters of my life began. From the perspective of choosing a career, because that's what this video is really about, I just want to tell you, research what you want to study. Take a close look at what a career actually involves. I went into architecture without knowing anything about it. Just that cliche idea of designing buildings for King Kong to climb. You know, that's a dream, right? But seriously, careers like this require a bunch of other skills I didn't have and wasn't even close to developing. And since I didn't actually enjoy it, it made no sense for me to stay there doing something I hated. So yeah, what a great chef the world missed out on. Cheers. Hello guys, thank you very much for watching this video. As I always say, these ones take a lot of time to make, so I'll be really happy if you leave a like and leave a comment to support the channel, and well, obviously subscribe, because that's how you can support the content I make. So yeah, thank you very much, and well, hopefully you will like my next video that's coming soon. Thank you and see you in the next one. Cheers.